Meyer at third, Anderson at second. Pillard is at the plate. Here's a pop-up, and this is trouble. It's going to go to the edge of the infield and fall in. Starmont's going to score two. Scoring from third is Myers. Anderson waved around from second. She'll score. It's now 2-1. Advancing to third is Pillard. Kruger with a base hit and 2 RBIs, and the Stars take the early lead. And that brings up the top hitter there in Keely Curtis, who hits a deep fly ball down the left field line, and it is gone. Keely Curtis with a 2-run home run, her third home run of the season. And just like that, in one swing of the bat, it's 6-1 Starmont. Amira Millard, first pitch. It's a high fly ball to right field, but able to camp underneath it is Pollard, but now drifts, and it's out of her reach. It's going to roll to the warning track. Into third base is Millard with a triple. Scoring from first is Meyer. It's now 7-5. 0-1 pitch. Hits a bouncing ball. That's down the third baseline, and it's going to get by the third baseman, Patino. It's extra bases. Stumbling around third is Anderson, who gets up and heads back to the bag. Into second base is Pillard. It's a double and an RBI. It's now 9-5 Starmont in the lead. Eagles down to their last out, and Reimer hits a line shot into right field. On the run is Pillard. Pillard makes the play basket style, running in right field. The Eagles put together a couple of runners on the base pass here in the 7th inning, but Starmont closes the deal. And the Stars, who won 2 games during this regular season, get themselves a tournament win, coming into Clayton Ridge and winning by a final score of 10-5. The best tourney action is on KCTN FM 100. It's a Class 1A regional quarterfinal tonight on KCTN. In our featured matchup, West Central takes on Edco. The Blue Devils have taken another step forward this season. A solid regular season and a tourney win. They go for the surprise tonight. For Edco, 26 wins, including 6 in a row. They made a tourney run a season ago to the regional final. They hope to begin a longer tourney run tonight. It's West Central and Edco, the regional quarterfinal. Tonight's On Deck show coming up next on KCTN.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular, security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet of Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point. Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi. Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. And LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. We begin the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by West Central softball coach Brenda Helmuth. Coach, your team 9-14. It defeated Turkey Valley by a final score of 9-8 in the opening round. Tell me about that game.
Well, it was an exciting game. When you think you're doing well, you have surprises that really hit us. But our girls battled really well and came back and persevered through a great game. And I'm glad we got the W, but Turkey Valley also had some great sticks that night. But I'm very happy that we also had good hitting that led us to the victory.
All right, so certainly a good win to advance. Let's talk about your team offensively. Who's really been contributing for you offensively?
So, it just seems like it depends on the night. Like, all of a sudden you think somebody's going to be a really great hitter and they have an off night, and another girl steps up and comes in with great hits. Recently, Journey Lockhart has been doing amazing for us. She's been coming in with some clutch hits for us, doubles and a triple. She had her very first home run earlier this season for us. But, like I said, all of the girls have been doing really great. It's been nice to see their bats coming around, and we've been messing with our lineup a little bit, and it just seems like wherever we put people, it seems like that's been the great fit for the night.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. I know you've had a couple of kids throw for you this year. Who's starting for you tonight?
We'll probably start with Faith Steinbrunn. She's been doing excellent. We also have Lily Idle that has contributed to our throwing this year. Faith has been a steadfast, steady for us, doing well on the mound. She seems to take on adversity and has been a true leader on the mound, not only by pitching, but she also helps people recognize where the play is going to be at.
All right, turning our attention to Edco, what do you know about the Vikings?
They are a good team. They have been a very good team for a while. They have strong bats, and they have a great defense. They have Rachel, who is their pitcher, one of their pitchers. She's a younger gal, and I know she pitches a good game. So we've just been practicing, looking at different pitches that she might throw at us. But I also know that we have to be defensively sound tonight to come against their hitting. They have a strong hitting team.
All right, you mentioned got to be solid defensively. Some of the other keys for your team.
Some of the other keys for our team, I've stressed it to our girls all year, is communication. It seems like when we start not talking to each other, we just need to make sure we're communicating and seeing where the next play is going. But also, I think getting on our hitting right away will be huge for us tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, West Central softball coach Brenda Helmuth on her Blue Devil team. The On Deck show continues after this.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Looking for a hassle-free banking experience this summer? Look no further than People State Bank. With our mobile check deposit feature, you can bank on the go from anywhere under the sun. Deposit checks using the People State Bank app and your smartphone's camera. Simply endorse the check with your signature, the words "for mobile deposit only," and your account number. Deposit done in seconds, leaving you with more time to enjoy the sunshine. Experience the freedom of banking at your fingertips with People State Bank. Download our app today and make this summer one to remember. People State Bank, member FDIC.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by KAR Auto Group. We continue the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by Edco softball coach Taylor Huber. Coach, her team finishing up the regular season 26-10, closed it strong, defeating East Buchanan 3-0 and 10-2. Tell me about those games.
Those were quite the games. The first game, Rachel threw really well, and we were able to push across 3 runs. We didn't have our best offensive game. Chloe Everett got hurt, our second pitcher, in the middle of the game. So then she was not able to pitch the second game, so we had to throw 8th grader Faith Dugan. She threw the first 4 innings and only gave up 2 runs and kept us in it enough that Rachel could come back in, and then we scored a bunch of runs, so that helped. Faith also hit her first career home run in the top of the 6th, so that was fun for her stepping up in that game.
Yeah, certainly a good way to close the regular season. All right, let's talk about this team offensively. Who have been some of the key contributors for you?
I'd say we kind of have our big 3 at the top of the lineup that are both all hitting above 400. Rachel Eggleseder leading off for us has been really good in that role. She's kind of embraced that leadoff spot for us. And then Audrey Helmrichs in the 3-hole and Claire Alvis in the 4 spot have both really hit the ball well. Audrey pretty consistently. She had a really good night at East Buck the other night, and then a scrimmage the other morning. She's really, really hitting the ball hard pretty much every at-bat, so that's been huge for us.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. I know you guys have had strong pitching throughout the year. Let's talk about who's on the mound for you.
Yep, so we're going to go with Rachel Eggleseder. She's been really good. She's on pace to set the career strikeout record as a sophomore. And then as a staff, we're also closing in on the season team strikeouts for a team in a season record for the school. So with a good night tonight, we could get both of those. Hopefully we don't have to go the full length of a game, but we'll see how things go offensively for us.
All right, let's talk about West Central. What do you know about the Blue Devils?
We played them at North Fayette Valley, so that was, forgive me, my memory is going to be a little rough on them, but that was like our first tournament of the season. We beat them 12-0 in 3 innings. It sounds like we saw the pitcher that they're probably going to throw, and we did a good job against her. We hit a lot of balls hard, and actually we threw Chloe in that game, so they have not seen Rachel. I know they have a couple girls at the top of the lineup that might, put the ball in play and make some things happen, so we'll be ready to adjust to them defensively.
Other keys in the ball game for Edco, what else do you have to do?
I think I talked to the girls yesterday. At this point in the season, we know what the other teams, we're going to know enough about them, but we really have to play our game and worry about what we need to do to win the game. And for us, that's having good at-bats, whether we can't control if we hit a line drive right at the center fielder, but we can control if we're getting up there and taking some pitches and hitting the ball hard, and being smart on the base pass and things like that. So I think we just need to not, shoot ourselves in the foot. We need to play our game, and keep our approach as we normally would.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Yep.
Edco softball coach Taylor Huber on her Viking team. The On Deck Show continues after this.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg. Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Furniture Showcase in Allwine. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. And Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Dan Behrens along with Coach Mike Sass. It's high school softball tonight on KCTN. It is the 1A tournament, and in our matchup tonight, it is Edco taking on West Central. Blue Devils 9-14. Vikings come in 26-10. This is a rematch of last year's tournament game.
Yeah, we had this exact same game last year, I believe. Same spot, too.
And a lot of those kids played in last year's ball game, in which Edco won by a final score of 10-0 in 5 innings. Let's start talking about, first off, the Blue Devils. And this is a team that has been competitive, especially in the Upper Iowa Conference, had a winning record. They're winless outside of the conference, but still a 9-win season for West Central.
Yeah, they had a real nice conference season. You know, Coach Wild stepped in last year, kind of laid the foundation, and then Coach Helmuth and Coach Bueller took over this year and have kind of continued that, and there's an upward trajectory there.
Faith Steinbron will get the start on the mound. She has thrown over 100 innings, allowed 144 hits, 69 earned runs, walking a total of 61, but striking out 71 with an ERA of 4.75. They'll need an outstanding effort on the mound from her tonight.
Yeah, she's a competitor. She's actually one of my golfers, so I know she'll compete, and they're going to need her best tonight for sure.
For Edco, it will be Rachel Enkelceder on the mound for the Vikings, and she's had an outstanding season, 16-5, 137 innings pitched, 93 hits, only 31 earned runs with 217 strikeouts to go with 38 walks. Her ERA is sparkling 1.58.
Yeah, she's obviously one of the best pitchers in the area. Has been doing it for a long time already, and she's only a sophomore, and we say that, but she's just an outstanding pitcher, and I'm sure we'll see nothing but greatness out of her
West
tonight.
Central, led by freshman Journey Lockhart, the only batting average over 300. They've got to somehow put the ball in play tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be the key for the Blue Devils tonight. Put the ball in play, put some pressure on that Edco defense, and scratch across a few runs, try and make it a low-scoring game.
For Edco, all they have to do is look back to a season ago when they struggled against Starmont in the opening round. They've got to bring the bats and get ready to go. Meanwhile, they're going to play the national anthem. We'll take a break. We'll set the starting lineups and be back with the first pitch after this. You're listening to Edco Softball from KCTN Sports.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Blooms Flowers, Gifts, and More in Edgewood, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And by the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Starting a few minutes early, and that's okay for this ball game tonight. We are ready to go already. For West Central, here's their lineup. Hannah Scott, the shortstop, bats leadoff. Faith Steinbron, the pitcher, bats second. Brooklyn Rose, the second baseman, bats third. Journey Lockhart, the third baseman, bats cleanup. Sydney Teague is the catcher, batting fifth. Miranda Prickett, the left fielder, bats sixth. Lily Idle, the right fielder, bats seventh. Macy Teeline is the center fielder. Teeline is the center fielder.
Teeline, I believe.
Teeline, there we go. And we have a West Central teacher here, and Coach Coach Sass, so that helps. And Emily Edeker is the first baseman. First pitch of the ball game is a strike. We're underway. And this second pitch is fouled down the right field line. It is out of play. Hannah Scott leads things off, 19 of 78 on the season. For Edco, Caitlin Hine in left, Campbell Kirby in center, Faith Dugan in right field. We'll go around the horn here in just a second. The 0-2 pitch, it's low below the knees. The count is 1-2. Chloe Everett at third, Claire Alvis at short, Emma Stainer at second, with Lauren Kirby at first. The catcher, Audrey Helmrichs, and Rachel Eckelceder, the hard-throwing right-hander on the mound. And here's the 1-2 pitch, inside, just misses, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our base umpire tonight, Jason Halverson. Our home plate umpire is Bob Kaber. West Central wearing the white bottoms. They have the blue tops with the Blue Devils there across the front. And here is the 2-2 pitch in the dirt. The count goes to full. Edco wearing their black bottoms. They have the gray tops, pinstripe, with the yellow Vikings across the front. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Hannah Scott, as we're underway. 3-2 pitch, fouled down the right field line, and that ball will sail past the end of the dugout and out of play. Count goes to full.
Into that garden again over there.
Yep, that's what happened last time we were here, and now there's a fence up there, so the kid's going to have to navigate the fence to get around there. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch. It's a rise ball. It is high onto the strike zone. It is ball number 4. A leadoff walk as Hannah Scott battles to start this ball game.
Yeah, great at bat by Hannah Scott there, just being a leadoff hitter, working the count and getting that walk.
Faith Steinbrun up to bat. She is 23 of 84. That is a .274 batting average this season. So, again, the first pitch swings right through it inside. The count is 0-1. Interesting to see if West Central plays small ball. This cannot be a high-scoring game for West Central to have any opportunity. They've got to keep this a low-scoring game. Pitch inside, called strike there to Steinbrun, and the count is 0-2.
Yeah, and we don't see Steinbrun bunting here, and she is one of their better hitters, too, so it's you could go either way there.
So 0-2 is the count. The 0-2 pitch, taking it inside, is Steinbrun, and the count goes to 1-2. So nothing as far as Scott looking to move from first base. Audrey Helmrich, certainly one of the top defensive catchers for Edco behind the plate. 1-2 pitch, try to check her swing is the batter in Steinbrun, and they will not appeal to the base umpire. She was able to hold it back, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, pretty close, but just held it back.
Beautiful night here in Colesburg, cloud cover. 2-2 pitch, swinging through the inside pitch is Steinbrun. Strikeout number 1 for Eckelceder, and it's out number 1 here in the first.
Yeah, some good cuts there by Steinbrun, but just not able to get the bat on it.
Brooklyn Rose is now up to bat. Rose, 9 of 67 this season, the 3 spot for West Central. And a runner on first base with 1 out. First pitch there inside. Here off and running, by the way, is Scott. Here's the throw to second. The tag applied there by Alvis, covering the bag, and sliding into it is Scott. Thrown out by Helmrichs. They try to challenge the base paths early, and Helmrichs comes up big for out number 2.
Yeah, Scott's got good speed, but Helmrichs just a little bit better arm there.
And Brooklyn Rose, again, up to bat, who took that pitch for a strike. So the count is 0-1. Again, if you're the Blue Devils, you've got to take some chances in this game.
Absolutely, yeah. You've got to try and get those runners in scoring position when you can.
1-0 pitch, swinging through the 0-1 pitch, rather, is Rose, and the count goes to 0-2. West Central beat Turkey Valley by scoring in the bottom of the 7th and won 9-8 to advance to this game. Edco received a bye, of course, top seed on this half of the region. 0-2 pitch, swinging right through it is Rose. Second strikeout by Eckelceder, and that does it for West Central in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, leaving nobody. We've played in half inning. West Central nothing. Edco coming to bat.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you're in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors, where we've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
At Al McKee Clayton REC, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help keep you safe, especially during planting season. If your equipment contacts a power line, back away. When you can't back away, call or radio for help. If you must jump clear of the equipment, do not touch the ground and the equipment at the same time. Report potential power line hazards today. At Almeke Clayton REC, we care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Almeke Clayton REC, your touchdown energy cooperative.
Bottom of the first inning as West Central ends up going up, down in order, I should say, in the first inning, and Rachel Eckelceder to lead things off. Here's the rest of the Edco lineup. Caitlin Hahn, the left fielder, bats second. Audrey Helmrichs, the catcher, bats third. Claire Alvis, the shortstop, bats fourth. Batting fifth, McKenna Hoford, the designated player. Faith Dugan is the right fielder, batting sixth, as that ball fouled over the backstop area up the first base side from Eckelceder, and the count is a ball and a strike. Chloe Everett is at third base, batting seventh. Lauren Kirby, the first baseman, bats eighth. Campbell Kirby, the center fielder, bats ninth. The number 10 player in their lineup is Emma Stainer, the second baseman. 1-1 is the count to Eckelceder. 1-1 pitch. She'll say high fly ball. This is to right field. Lily Idle able to come in a couple of steps. Makes the play for out number one. For West Central, Miranda Prickett is in left. Macy Talene in center field. Lily Idle in right field, who just made that play. A routine fly ball for out number one. Journey Lockard is at third. Hannah Scott at short. Brooklyn Rose at second. Emily Edeker is at first base. The catcher is Sydney Teague. And Faith Steinbron is on the mound as Caitlin Hahn is up to bat there. And that first pitch is a ball inside. The count is 1-1. Eckelceder this year, one of the top hitters for Edco, batting .438. 53 of 121, so a good first out of the inning by West Central. And Caitlin Hahn, looking at a 1-0 pitch, squares to bunt, pulled things back, takes it for a strike. She did that on the previous pitch as well. The count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, showed bunt a couple times. I don't know if she's bunting for a base hit or just trying to see what West Central's rotations are, but
Hahn batting .352. The 1-1 pitch, it's a called strike inside, and the count goes to 1-2. 38 of 108 hitting-wise this year. Helmrichs, Alvis, and Eckelceder are among the RBI leaders. All of them have around 30. So Edco, top of the lineup, is certainly very good, and they've gotten contributions from the bottom of the lineup as well. 1-2 pitch. It's down and inside, just off the dirt, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. So evened up with 1 out, bottom of the first inning. West Central knows this is a challenge tonight. As that pitch goes inside, the count is full, but you've got to play clean, make the routine plays in this ball game, and you may have to make an impressive play or two as well.
yeah, they can't have any errors or very few. Made the first routine play.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. This ball's lined to center field, and coming in and making the play on the run is Talene towards right center field. Good jump on the ball. Tracks it down. Hahn hit it hard, but lines out to center field for out number 2.
Yeah, the Blue Devils are 2 for 2 for those routine plays. That's what they need to do, and they do have some speed in their outfield. That's one thing they do have.
Audrey Helmrichs batting .487 on the season. She has 57 of 117 on the year, but up with nobody on. She leads them with 31 RBIs along with Alvis. Takes the pitch low. The count is 1-0. West Central in the outfield, I would say, playing relatively deep and with good reason. They know the type of team they're hitting. The 1-0 pitch, it's inside, catches the corner at the knees of Helmrichs, and it goes to 1-1. Great crowd on hand for this ball game tonight. West Central good following. Edco, people along the hillside and bleachers. 1-1 pitch, and Helmrichs pops it up, shallow center field. On the run is going to be Talene. Cannot get to it. It's going to fall in past the edge of the infield. Our first base hit of the ball game bloops in for Helmrichs, and a 2-out base runner for Edco.
Yeah, and with her power, the West Central outfielders had to play a little bit deeper, so she's able to bloop that one right in front of them.
And now up to bat is Claire Alvis, the shortstop. And we will have a runner coming in for Helmrichs, a courtesy runner, and we will try to let you know who that is in just a second. Meanwhile, Alvis is 48 of 107, batting .449 on the season. So we've got a courtesy runner brought in for Edco, and we'll again try to figure out exactly who that is. Usually Faith Dugan does a lot of running, but she's in the lineup tonight for Edco.
That's what I was thinking the last game we did. She was one of the runners, but yeah, she's a regular starter tonight.
So 2 outs, a 2-out base runner as that substitution is made. We have a final from Don Bosco. Don Bosco beats East Buchanan 8-7. So the winner of this ball game will play Don Bosco coming up on Friday night. And here is the pitch, swinging through the outside pitch is Alvis, and the count goes to now 0-1. That's the first pitch. I believe it is Audie Smelter, number 11. Audie Smelter is the runner, courtesy runner, for the catcher in Helmrichs. So the count is 0-1. And Steinbron delivers the 0-1 pitch. That ball's lined down the right field line. It's hooking away from the defender and Idle. It's going to roll towards the fence. Idle picks it up, but waved around third is going to be Smeltzer. Breezes in from third base. Into third base with a triple is Alvis, and Edco leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, just a great hit by Alvis there. Sliced it down in the right field corner, and nothing really West Central could do about that.
And that brings up McKenna Hofer, the designated player. So Don Bosco advancing. Winner of this ball game plays Friday night. If it's Edco advancing, it will be here in Colesburg. So McKenna Hofer, the designated player, is now up to bat with a runner at third base. Hofer, 32 of 102 on the season. She has a .314 batting average and has driven in 24. Edco doing this with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. But it shows the type of lineup they have up and down. Hofer swings through a pitch outside. Count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, if you're the Blue Devils, you were feeling pretty good about those first 2 hitters. But then Helmrich reaches and Owls hits a triple down the line.
We mentioned that it's a beautiful night here. Comfortable. Wind's not a factor at all. It's cloudy. The lights are on to start. 1-1 pitch. Change up by Steinbron, but misses away to the outside, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. But we know that there's a little bit of a threat of rain. Some scattered showers could pop up. I think that's why they moved the Don Bosco game up tonight with East Buchanan. 2-2 pitch, and Hofer lifts a fly ball towards left center field. On the run is going to be Italian, reaches for it to the right and makes the play for the third out of the inning. But Edco scores a run. They do it on 2 hits. They leave 1. We've played 1. Edco leads 1-0.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point. Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi. Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. And LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. It'll be Journey Lockhart, Sydney Teague, Miranda Prickett to lead things off in the top of the second inning. Lockhart is the cleanup hitter, and leading things off, 24 of 79 on the season. She is the top hitter with a .304 average. First pitch swings right through it. The count is 0-1. So a 2-out rally by Edco puts them on the board. This ball slammed up against the backstop. The count is 0-2. Talene in center field, doing a good job on a couple of catches, one ranging to her left, the other one ranging to the right.
Yeah, she's got good speed, gets good jump on the ball out there.
And 0-2 is now the count. The 0-2 offering, bouncing ball, third baseman staying down on it is Everett. High throw goes off the glove of Kirby. Safe at first base will be Lockhart. Second base runner of the ball game, an error on the throw, and the leadoff runner on for the second inning in a row for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, good job by Journey Lockhart, just putting it into play. Kind of like we talked about pregame. You're not going to probably hit Eggleseder hard, but you got to put it in play and put the pressure on the defense.
Brings up Sydney Teague, the catcher. Teague, 16 of 75 on the season. So you've got a base runner on first base here for West Central. They do not look to bunt. They're swinging away, and Teague swings right through it. The count is 0-1. But the good news is, West Central figures the more they put the ball in play, again, you're making Edco make the plays defensively. And here's a high pop-up. This is in the infield. Eggleseder backs away, and coming up the line is the first baseman, Kirby. Kirby, did she catch the ball? Drops it. She dropped the ball late. Was underneath it. Just couldn't squeeze it in. And new life for Teague as the ball popped out late.
Yeah, and this is what we talk about. Get the bat on it. Make Edco make plays. If you strike out, that makes it pretty easy for the defense.
0-2 is now the count. So Teague, new life. 0-2 pitch, lifts a pop-up in the infield. Eggleseder backs up behind the circle, and she drops the ball. And the ball picked up there by the second baseman, Hahn. The throw to second, it is just in time. So a break for Edco and a nice recovery. I believe it was Hahn, the second baseman, who picked it up. Correction, Stainer, the second baseman, who picked it up and threw it covering the bag there at second base, I believe, was Alvis. But either way, it's out number 1 on a drop pop-up and a nice recovery.
Yeah, Edco not sharp defensively as of yet. They were able to get that out, but even that was tight. That was close.
I believe it was Alvis, actually, who was behind Eckelceder trying to make that play, and it was Stainer covering second base. So either way, the out is at second. Teague safe on a fielder's choice. So Lockhart retired at second base on what was a close play.
Yeah, West Central not far from having first and second with nobody out. Edco's got to sharpen up a little bit here defensively.
Miranda Prickett is up to bat. Prickett this season has 4 base hits on the year. The left-handed hitting Prickett is up to bat. First pitch, looks to square to bunt, takes it outside. It's a called strike. Off and running is Teague. The throw to second base in plenty of time. Alvis covers the bag, puts the tag down, and sliding into the tag is Teague. They've tried to run twice, and twice Audrey Helmricks has thrown out the base runner.
Yeah, I know you want to stay aggressive if you're the Blue Devils, but Helmricks has a really good arm back there.
And they have challenged her twice and been denied. So Prickett, the first pitch was a strike, now goes to the right-handed side of the box. So she was over on the left side, protecting maybe the base runner a little bit.
Well, and I wonder if it was maybe a bunt and run type thing, because she did offer at that pitch.
Tried to square from the left side, but now the count is 0-2. 0-2 pitch, swings right through it. Strikeout number 3 recorded by Eckelceder. And again, West Central ends up going down in order.
That second pitch was a ball.
Oh, so we stand corrected there. So let's hold off on that strikeout. So here is Eckelceder, the pitch inside. There's your strike 3. All right, we were just a pitch early. Caught looking on the inside corner. There's the third strikeout. We played an inning and a half. 1-0, Edco in the lead.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular, security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Bottom of inning number 2 is West Central. Tried again to steal in the top of the second inning with 1 out, but throwing out. It is Faith Dugan, Chloe Everett, and Lauren Kirby. That's 6, 7, and 8 in the Vikings lineup as they manufactured a run and did that on a couple of hits back with 2 outs in the first inning. So Dugan takes the first pitch, pops it up. Dugan, who's had a good season, but it's a pop-up in the infield. The first baseman comes up the line in fair territory. Calling for it is Ediker, and Dugan pops out for out number 1. Dugan just working her way into the lineup. She has 5 hits this season with 15 at-bats, including a home run, but pops out to the right side of the infield for out number 1.
Yeah, good communication there by the Blue Devils. Steinbrown was trying to get that, but Ediker called her off.
Chloe Everett now up to bat. She is 32 of 100, so that's a .320 average. First pitch inside, and the count goes to 1-0. But West Central, that is Steinbron's game. Try to get you to pop up here. Again, without putting threats to their defense with the ball on the ground or line drives. Pitch inside, and the count goes to 2-0.
Yeah, she's not a strikeout pitcher. She'll get a few, but mainly she's relying on her defense to make some plays for her.
And the count, once again, 2-0. She's been doing a good job getting ahead early in this game. 2-0 pitch, ball fouled up against the backstop. The count goes to 2-1. So Edco, and this is where this team has been so effective, is it's the bottom of the lineup has done a good job putting the ball into play for them this year.
Yeah, we know what the top can do, but the bottom's not far behind them.
And Chloe Everett looking at a 2-1 count. Steinbron's 2-1 pitch. It's a pop-up right side of the infield. Drifting into foul territory is the catcher near the on-deck circle in front of the West Central dugout. Calling for it is Teague, and Everett pops up in foul territory. 2 pop-outs here and 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Steinbron just doing a nice job getting the Edco hitters to pop out.
Lauren Kirby is now up to bat. Kirby is is 10 of 32 on the season, and this is the number 8 spot in the lineup. So 2 quick outs. This is how West Central started the first inning before the Vikings put together back-to-back hits. And this ball is a high fly ball, right field, but Idle just takes a couple of steps to her left, able to camp underneath it, and the Vikings go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. We've played 2, 1-0, Edco in the lead.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by KAR Auto Group. So we're now in the top of the third inning already. 1-0, Edco in the lead. It'll be Lily Idle, Macy Talene, and Emily Ediker to lead things off. That's 7-8-9. First pitch is a strike at the knees, and the count is 1-0. So the bottom of the lineup, Idle is 17 of 74 on the season. That is a .230 batting average. And up to bat here, taking a strike, and hits a bouncing ball right side of the infield. Second baseman Stainer does not get to it, slides right by her, and air charged on the play. And the Vikings now with their second error of the ball game in the third inning in a row that the Blue Devils have put the leadoff runner on.
Yeah, leadoff batter's been on every single inning for the Blue Devils. They need to get her into scoring position.
Yeah, they have not been able to get that runner into scoring position each inning. So Talene is up to bat. Her first pitch swings right through it, and the count is 0-1. Macy Talene, 16 of 59 on the season. One of the better hitters for West Central, second on the team with a .271 batting average. So Idle is at first base. Talene fouls that up against the backstop, and the count is quickly 0-2. So Edco right now has been forced to make a couple of plays and a couple of errors here early.
Yeah, haven't looked extremely sharp defensively.
So this is, again, they've been off for a week or so. And here's now the pitch inside at the knees. Called strike 3. Talene caught looking. Strikeout number 4 for Ecclescedar, and it's out number 1 here in the third. And that brings up Emily Ediker now, the first baseman and the number 9 hitter. Ediker this season has a batting average of just a little over the 200 mark, has 14 hits and 69 at-bats. Takes the first pitch inside. The count is 1-0. So this is a matchup here that they played earlier this year in a tournament, but West Central did not see Ecclescedar. Pitch upstairs, the count goes to 2-0, and Edco won an impressive game 12-0 when they played earlier this year.
And Edco's got a decent number 2 pitcher as well.
Yep, and the count is now, once again, 2-0. 2-0 pitch, fouled back, and we'll do it again with a count 2-1. You're talking about Chloe Everett, by the way,
right?
Who all she is 9-5 on the season with an ERA of 2.41.
Most teams would take that as their ace.
Yeah. Yep, but she usually throws the second game of doubleheaders. It'll be Ecclescedar in the postseason, no matter how long that lasts. 2-1 pitch, it's inside. Count goes to 3-1. So behind here, Ecclescedar has issued a walk. So been a little off here early in the ball game. 3-1 pitch, rise ball there that stays out of the strike zone. So now West Central has runners on second and first with 1 out, and you get back to the top of the lineup and Hannah Scott.
Yeah, this is what West Central needs. This is Taylor May. They got to try and scratch a run across this inning.
Hannah Scott walked her last at bat. Blue Devils have had 4 base runners on without a hit. Swinging through the inside pitch is Scott, and the count goes to 0-1. If you're going to continue to hang in the ball game, this is the opportunity for West Central to do so.
Absolutely. 1 run pushed across could be huge for them here.
And Ecclescedar at the 0-1 pitch. It's a bouncing ball. Third baseman able to pick it up, steps on the bag, and then will eat it right there. It's hit to Everett, who wisely just stepped on the bag where Idle is retired as the lead runner. Ediker advances to second. Scott safe on the fielder's choice, but now 2 outs here in the third inning for West Central.
Yep. Good job putting it in play by Scott, but nice heads-up play by the third baseman there.
Faith Steinbron up to bat with 2 on and now 2 outs. Steinbron, a strikeout victim, her last at bat. Swings through the first pitch there. The count is 0-1. So now Ediker is at second. Scott is at first base, but as we mentioned, now 2 outs here in the top of the third. So rocking back is Eckelceder, delivers a pitch that is a high fly ball. This is to left field, but Hahn able to take a couple of steps back and makes the play routinely for the third out of the inning. Blue Devils threaten, but they leave 2. No runs, no hits. Helped out by an error. We go to the bottom of the third. Still 1-0 Edco.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work. Already in the bottom of the third, with a 1-0 Edco lead, they'll send up 9-1-2. Campbell Kirby, the center fielder, followed by Rachel Eckelceder and Caitlin Hahn, already in inning number 3 of this game. So you're getting the lineup turned over here for Edco, which through the first time only generated 2 hits so far in this game through the first 2 innings. So Kirby takes the first pitch inside. The count is 1-0. But we're already in the third inning. West Central's goal is to hang in this game until late and try to steal it.
Yep, that's exactly what they're trying to do. So far, they're doing all right with that strategy.
1-0 is the count. Kirby takes it inside. The count goes to 2-0. But it's a case where West Central has to be good defensively, and so far they've, again, just pop-ups and fly balls. They've made the routine plays, but they cannot issue any walks in this ball game. And that pitch is in the dirt, and as I say that, the count goes to 3-0. That will lead to trouble with Edco's lineup.
You're right, especially to the 9-hitter. You got to start off with an out here.
And I would think that the hitter in Kirby will be taking all the way here with the count 3-0. 3-0 pitch, takes it for a strike. The count is 3-1. Especially walking a leadoff hitter in an inning leads to trouble.
Yep, we see that all the time.
So 3-1 is now the count as we go here in the bottom of the third inning. 3-1 pitch inside, and it is a called strike as Kirby kind of backed out just a little bit, but caught the inside corner. Count goes to full right now.
Yeah, if she could throw that exact same pitch, that'd be what she wants here.
So full count as Steinbron tries to battle back. 3-2 pitch, and this is a high fly ball to the left fielder. Ranging towards the line is the left fielder Prickett, who drops the ball. It scoots out of the glove, and into second base is going to be Kirby. It's a 2-base error. The left fielder Prickett certainly drifted towards the line there and just had the ball squeeze out, and that's the first error of this ball game for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, just not a great jump there. Just didn't take that step back, and a little bit above her head, wasn't able to squeeze it.
Rachel Eckelceder is up to bat, who flew out to right field. So a runner in scoring position, nobody out. Eckelceder bouncing ball towards the shortstop, Hannah Scott, who fields it. The throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Edeker advancing to third is going to be Kirby, and Eckelceder safe at first base. So the second error of the inning for West Central. The Vikings in business with runners on the corners and nobody out.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we said West Central couldn't do pregame, and they didn't do in the first 2 innings, but back-to-back errors now. They should have 2 outs right now with nobody on.
So Caitlin Hahn is now up to bat. We'll see a courtesy runner brought in for Eckelceder. We'll let you know who that is. Hahn hit the ball hard her first at-bat, but lined out to center field. So the Vikings leading by a score of 1-0. And this is a case where they've got a chance to put a crooked number on the board.
Yeah, if you're West Central, you got to try and get out of this with the least possible damage.
Steinbron gets back onto the mound. First pitch, they look to bunt. Taking it high, by the way, is the hitter in Hahn. Advancing to second base, standing up is the courtesy runner. I believe that's number 21 for Edco, and that is Eva Hofer into run. So Hofer goes into scoring position, and staying at third base was Kirby as they look the runner back at third. Hahn, first pitch was a ball. This one a swinging strike, and the count is 1-1. So Hahn took the first pitch, but now 2 in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. And delivering is Steinbron again. Pitch at the knees, but it's inside and low, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. This is what happens, again, the makings of a big inning, when you give a team like Edco extra outs in the inning.
Right, yep. Walks and errors just kill you.
And now they're at the heart of their lineup here with the top part as Hahn takes the pitch outside and the count goes to 3-1. So now you're in danger of loading the bases here.
Right, for Helmrich, nonetheless.
And that would be inviting a lot of trouble. So 3-1 is the count. 3-1 pitch. It is low. It is inside, but caught the corner. Good enough there. That's the second time we've seen that pitch.
They did give her the walk.
So it looked like he was raising his hand, but he was pointing to first base, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
So that is the first walk issued by Hahn, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out. So our official raised his arm like it was a strike, but he was actually pointing to first base. Helmrich takes the first pitch outside. It's a called strike there. The count is 0-1. Didn't that look like a called strike?
Yeah, it was an awkward hand motion for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what the umpire was doing.
Helmrich singled, and she was replaced by a courtesy runner who scored. Pitch in the dirt, scoots by the catcher, Teague, advancing from third base and scoring, standing up is going to be Hofer. So it's 2-0. That ends up being a wild pitch. Edco has generated a run. They have 2 runners in scoring position, and they have not recorded a base hit in this inning yet.
Yeah, this is worst case scenario for the Blue Devils right now.
And Helmrich looking at a 1-1 count. So the 1-1 offering, and it's a bouncing ball to the second baseman underneath the glove of Rose. It's going to go into right field. Edco's got a chance to score 2. Scoring from third is Eckelceder. Hahn waved around from second. She'll score as the throw to the plate is high. Helmrich's into second base with a base hit and 2 RBIs. Advances to the throw to the plate, and it's suddenly 4-0 Vikings in the lead.
Yep, and this is in danger of getting away from the Blue Devils right now.
2 RBIs for Helmrich. So it's now 4-0. And with a pitcher like Eckelceder on the mound, it is going to be challenging now here for West Central. And Helmrich is walking towards the dugout as she will be replaced by a courtesy runner, and that is Smeltzer once again. Smeltzer, who scored back in the first inning, is the courtesy runner for Helmrich. So still in business, leading 4-0 here. And Claire Alvis, who has the best hit so far of this ball game for the Vikings, she tripled into the right field corner. First pitch outside, the count goes to 1-0. So West Central got through the first 2 innings, 1-0, but now things have unraveled here in the third.
Yep, we talked about couldn't have those errors and walks, and that's exactly what they've had this inning.
And pitch to Alvis. Let's say high fly ball. This is the shallow part of the outfield, and going back is the shortstop Scott towards the edge of the grass, able to make the play there as Alvis pops out. A win for West Central there, and it's out number 1.
Yeah, big first out. If they can limit the damage to 3, not ideal, but at least it'd still be in it.
McKenna Hofer, the designated player, is up to bat. She flew out to center field. 0-1. Takes the pitch inside for a ball. The count is 1-0. So Edco, 3 runs on the board, but 1 hit in the inning. And you've got good speed on the way on the second base bag there with Smeltzer. First pitch was a ball. 1-0 delivery, bouncing ball. That goes by the pitcher and Steinbronn. Scott charges, fields it, the throw to first, and it is not in time. Hofer legs it out for an infield single. A slow roller, it got by the pitcher, and that gave her a chance. The second baseman, Rose, did a great job charging, tried to flip it to first in time, but Hofer, just by a half a step, able to beat her to the throw to the bag, and there's runners on the corners now.
Yeah, and I was kind of blocked out, but it looked like Steinbronn may have even just got the end of her glove on it to actually slow the ball down for Rose as well.
So slowed it even more. And off and running is Hofer. They throw to the shortstop coming in front of second base in Scott to try to maybe see if they could get the runner going with a throw past the mound, but Scott cuts it off, and she'll have to hold it right there as Hofer advances to second base. So Helmrichs are actually Smeltzer there at third base and stayed wisely there in front of Coach Huber at third. So here's Dugan, bouncing ball, third baseman charges it, fields it in Lockhart, the throw to first, able to dig it out there is the first baseman Edeker for out number 2, but scoring from third is Smeltzer, and it's now 5-0 Edco in the lead.
Yeah, good play by Journey Lockhart, and nice digging that out of the dirt by Edeker at first.
And scoring again is Smeltzer from third base, and advancing to third is Hofer. So Chloe Everett is now up to bat with 2 outs. And Everett takes the first pitch high. The count is 1-0. 4 runs here in the bottom of the third inning, for Edco. So some breathing room right now. And 5-0 is actually the score to make it to they scored 1 in the first. And here's a pitch, outside strike, change up there from Everett, and the count goes to 1-1. Everett popped out to the catcher her last at-bat. So 0-1 in this game. And Steinbronn, now kind of a lengthy inning for the West Central pitcher. And here is now the offering to Dugan, and fouls right back into the mid. Everett, I should say. Dugan just bounced out, but got credited with an RBI, by the way. And the count is 1-2 now to Everett. Ball and 2 strikes. Edco, again, some breathing room here in the third inning. 1-2 pitch, and it's a changeup down the right field line, slicing down the right field line, and that ball's going to fall foul by about 5 feet halfway down the right field line. It's giving chase, was idle. Long strike, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, just got into foul territory there.
So again, Hofer at third. Everett, this is the number 7 spot in the lineup for Edco. She is the 8th batter to hit this inning. And they have 2 hits in this inning. Pitch to, once again, Everett, caught looking, strike 3 called on the inside. Strikeout number 1 recorded by Steinbronn, and that does it for the Vikings in the bottom of the third. But they score 4 runs. They do it on 2 hits. They leave a runner at third. We've now played 3, and it's 5-0. Edco in the lead.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg. Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Furniture Showcase in Allwine. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. And Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. It will be Brooklyn Rose, Journey Lockhart, Sydney Tig, 3, 4, and 5 in the Blue Devils lineup here in the top of the fourth. First pitch was a called strike. She looks to bunt, offered at it on the inside pitch, could not get to it, and the count goes to 0-2. So Edco leads 5-0, scoring a run in the first, 4 in the bottom of the third. But again, not hitting the ball hard, helped out by some errors and a walk. And here's a ball that has popped up over the West Central dugout up the first base side, out of play. And it remains at 0-2.
Yeah, those first 2 base runners were errors. That's what we talked about. West Central has to make those plays.
So, and again, you're talking routine plays, really, in that game.
Yep.
In that inning, I should say. So 0-2 is the count. 0-2 pitch, just misses inside. It goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So West Central, we knew they were going to want to keep this a low-scoring ball game. They'll have to clean things up defensively and somehow manufacture something offensively. Here's a bouncing ball, slow roller, right side of the infield. Second baseman Stainer able to charge it, flips it underneath to Kirby. Rose put it into play, a soft ground out to second base, and it's 1 up and 1 down here in the fourth.
Yeah, good job by Rose putting the bat on it. Not a ton of strikeouts, considering Zegelstader is a strikeout pitcher, but they just haven't found that hit yet.
Journey Lockhart, the third baseman, is up to bat. She was safe on an error, but ended up being retired at third base on a force out. So Eckelceder with 1 out, first inning, she's got the leadoff hitter out. Pitch that's downstairs and in, and the count goes to 1-0. West Central to put the leadoff runner on 3 straight innings.
Yeah, first time they didn't was this inning.
And they had 2 runners thrown out trying to steal. They've had 1 runner reach second base in this game. Here's swinging through the inside pitch is Lockhart. Tough pitch to get to, inside and low. And it goes to now a ball and a strike. So 1-1 count as the sun continues to set here under the cloud cover. Sun trying to peek out a bit. Pitch inside, called strike to Lockhart. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Last night, we had beautiful weather for the baseball game. Sounds like beautiful weather the rest of the week. And no rain in the forecast after tonight. Here's a ball fouled up against the backstop. The count goes to 1-2.
And the state loves that. Then they don't have to reschedule anything.
Yeah, that's where you really get into a mess with the baseball and softball tournaments running almost on top of each other here this week. And we're done with our baseball coverage, losing our final 2 teams last night in Starmont and MFL Marmac. 1-2 pitch fouled back. We'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes. We had plans to do a game every night this week.
Yeah, I was trying to line a babysitter up for Saturday night already, but no need now.
Yeah, the only chance there is if we would get a rain out, and that's not forecasted, so we ought to be in good shape to finish the week. tomorrow and Friday. And here's a 1-2 pitch, bouncing ball. Second baseman reaching over to the left, and Stainer makes the play. The throw to first just in time. Outstanding job by Stainer, ranging towards second base to backhand it. Throws a strike to Kirby. Lockhart robbed of an infield single, and it's out number 2.
Yeah, that was a really nice play there by Stainer. I thought that was West Central's going to be their first hit, but Stainer able to get to it and make a really strong throw with her momentum going away from first base.
Sydney Teague is now up to bat, safe on a fielder's choice. 2 outs. Teague's first pitch, bouncing ball. Shortstop Alvis goes to her right towards the 5.5 hole, fields it, throws a strike across the diamond to Kirby, and they get the runner Teague by a step at first base. Couple of nice infield gems for Edco, and West Central goes down in order. 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Vikings in the lead.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Blooms Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And by the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC. So we now go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Edco leads 5-0. West Central, no runs, no hits. They committed 2 errors as part of a pivotal 3rd inning. For Edco, 5 runs, 4 hits. Edco has not committed an error in this ballgame. A correction there, Edco's actually committed 2 errors in this ballgame defensively. So both teams with a couple of errors, but the difference is Edco took advantage of it.
Yeah, Edco started out a little shaky defensively, but 2 really nice plays there that last half inning.
Lauren Kirby up to bat, followed by Campbell Kirby and Rachel Eckelceder. That's 8-9-1. First pitch there from Steinbron. It's a strike inside. The count is 0-1. Speaking of Starmont, we'll try to get you an update on Starmont and North Lynn, as Starmont picked up a tournament win on Monday in a game we did, beating Clayton Ridge. And here's the pitch outside, but a called strike to Lauren Kirby. The young team in Starmont playing in a very tough Tri-Rivers Conference, and you get North Lynn, the top seed.
Yeah, tough draw, but they, like you said, they're young. They played really well Monday night, and just good experience for that young team.
And here is now the offering. It's a changeup, and that ball lined into left center field. On the run once again is Celine. Reaching over towards left center field, makes the play on the run. 3rd time she's done that tonight. Kirby lines out sharply to center field for out number 1.
Boy, yeah, I tell you, if I'm the West Central head coach here, I'm not worried when I see a fly ball go to center field. Talene's going to run those down.
Campbell Kirby safe on an air and scored as part of that 4-run 3rd inning. Takes the first pitch inside for a strike. The count is 0-1. And she's been outstanding there, making the plays in center field in this ball game. 3rd one, as we mentioned, that she has done in this ball game, tracked it down. Pitch, late swing on the outside there to Kirby, and the count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, none of them right at her, and she just looks so easy and natural going and get those balls.
And this is exactly what West Central was hoping for from their defense.
Yeah, they're other than just that last inning, those first 2 hitters, they've played really well.
Campbell Kirby bouncing ball, shortstop charges it in. Scott throw across the diamond to Edeker, and Kirby bounces out to short for out number 2. And that brings up the top of the lineup, but this time the difference of last inning is nobody's on now.
Right, no errors this inning, whereas last inning the first 2 batters reached with errors.
And that brings up Eckelceder, who flew out to right field, safe on an air, and scored. And nobody on base paths, and the pitch downstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. Edco did manufacture a run in the first inning with 2 outs. So that gave them the early lead, but right now a 5-0 lead, which, again, seems large in this game.
With Eckelceder in the circle, that's big.
And here is your pitch upstairs, a changeup from Steinbron, and the count goes to now 2-0. Yes, that is correct. I should look over at your stat sheet instead of looking at the scoreboard.
Yeah, I'm not going to claim to be 100%, but I'm going to try.
I think you're more accurate than what we've seen. Here's Eckelceder, high fly ball, deep center field. On the run, it's the center fielder, Talene. It's over her head. It'll roll to the fence. Eckelceder into second base. It's a stand-up double. That is the 5th hit of the game for the Vikings, and a 2-out runner in scoring position now.
Yeah, really hard hit ball there, just right over Talene's head. 1 hops the fence in center field.
Brings up Caitlin Hahn, who lined out to center field and walked and scored. So now we will see Eccleston replaced by a courtesy runner. She was replaced earlier by a courtesy runner as well. And that runner, I believe, was number 21 once again in Hofer. So Hofer coming in to run for Eccleston this time. So with 2 outs, Hahn now up to bat. First pitch there called strike, and the count is 0-1. Quickly working is Steinbron. Good rhythm on the mound for Steinbron. 0-1 pitch inside, scoots by the catcher Teague. This will go as a pass ball, and you have now Hofer advancing to third base with 2 outs.
Yeah, they've got to do all they can to keep that run from scoring. 5 runs is plenty to try and make up here.
Steinbron with 2 outs, the number 2 spot in the Edco lineup. And the 1-1 pitch in the dirt, and a better job by Scott, or Teague, I should say, dropping to the knee and catching that ball off the ground. So it's now 2 balls and a strike.
Looked like a hockey goalie covering up that 5-hole on that one.
Did a great job there to keep the runner at third. 2-1 pitch, and it's a high pop-up, shallow center field, and now the shortstop going back and stops, and also coming in is Talene, who does not get to it, and it's going to bloop in for a base hit. Scott stopped late, and it's certainly the center fielder's ball to try to get to. Great effort by Talene, but she just couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
It's a base hit for Hahn, and it's 6-0 Edco in the lead.
I think some miscommunication there. I think if Talene calls that early, I think she can get to it, but Scott was running back and just kind of looked at each other in a little miscommunication.
Audrey Helmrich is 2 for 2 and has driven in 2 runs. Off and running on the pitch is going to be Hahn, and the throw to second, it is not in time. She slides in safe, covering the bag with Scott, and a good jump by Hahn, who moves into scoring position.
Yeah, that's the speed right there. That's a good throw by Teague, but that's just straight speed.
Helmrich took that pitch for a strike. 0-1 pitch, and Helmrich lifts a high fly ball. This is to left field, giving chase is Prickett, who makes the play, reaching over her shoulder in front of the fence. Great effort by the youngster to track that down and rob Helmrich of extra bases. But for the Vikings, they score a run. They do it on 2 hits. They leave 1. It's 6-0 now, Edco in the lead.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Looking for a hassle-free banking experience this summer? Look no further than People State Bank. With our mobile check deposit feature, you can bank on the go from anywhere under the sun. Deposit checks using the People State Bank app and your smartphone's camera. Simply endorse the check with your signature, the words "for mobile deposit only," and your account number. Deposit done in seconds, leaving you with more time to enjoy the sunshine. Experience the freedom of banking at your fingertips with People State Bank. Download our app today and make this summer one to remember. People State Bank, member FDIC.
So now in the bottom, or actually top of the 5th inning, as Miranda Prickett, who just made an outstanding play in left field to end things in the 4th, is up to bat, followed by Lily Idle and then Macy Talene. And let's talk about that catch by Prickett.
Yeah, that was a great catch. Running full speed back away from her, over her head. I thought for sure that was going to be extra bases for Helmrich.
Helmrich, with one of the hardest hit balls of this game. Alvis's triple was hit hard as well, but that looked sure to be extra bases. So that brings up Prickett, Idle, and Talene, as we mentioned. That is 6, 7, and 8 in the West Central lineup. Down 6-0 here in the 5th inning. First pitch is a strike. The count is 0-1. But the outfield for West Central, they've had a couple of errors that have plagued them in this ballgame, but not from the outfield tonight.
Yeah, outfield's been mostly solid.
Now, moving over to the left side will be Prickett, was swinging from the right side, and Edco will move a shift defensively with Stainer coming in right next to the pitcher. And looking to bunt is Prickett, and attempted at it. It was a pitch outside, and the count goes to 0-2, and she will move back to the right-handed side of the box, and which means the second baseman Stainer goes back to normal depth, and the right fielder Dugan, who came in as well towards the edge of the infield, she'll move back to her normal position.
I think that's the first time all year we've seen that slap running bunt hit style from the left-hand side.
0-2 pitch, swinging right through it is Prickett. It is strikeout number 5 recorded by Eccleston, and it's out number 1 here in the 5th. Brings up Lily Idle, the right fielder. Idle was safe on an error. West Central has had base runners in this game. They've had 2 runners thrown out. They've only stranded 3 in this ball game, but they do not have a hit yet. And the pitch there, checking her swing, is idle. It's a called strike. The count is 0-1. Edco leading 4-0 here. We're already in the 5th inning. Don Bosco has defeated East Buchanan 8-7 to advance earlier. 0-1 pitch, followed up against the backstop, and the count goes to 0-2. If you're Ecclescedar, the bottom of the lineup for West Central, the 7 and 9 hitters reached last time on an error and a walk. But you figure she will control the bottom of the lineup in a matchup like this.
Yeah, you would think. West Central girls doing a pretty good job of putting the bat on it, though.
And they have their first hit of the ball game as Idle slams it into center field, past the pitcher's mound. It rolls into center field, and a one-out base runner here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, good job by Idle. 0-2 in the count, and just takes it right back up the middle.
Talene is up to bat now, a strikeout victim back in the 3rd. So 1 out. West Central trying to rally here. They're down to their final, perhaps 3 at-bats in this game. And here is the first offering to Talene. Pitch at the knees, misses inside and low. The count goes to 1-0. We'll try to get you a North Lynn Starmont score, as we have let the folks at North Lynn know the score of our ball game, so we'll try to get you up to date on that game. 0-1 pitch and popped up over the backstop area, and the count is actually a ball and a strike now. First pitch was a ball, correct?
Yep, I have it at 1-1.
So evened up at a ball and a strike with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. And Ecclescedar delivers the 1-1 pitch, and that ball fouled off the mask of the catcher Helmrichs and hit up against the backstop. She's all right, and the count goes to 1-2 rather. And again, we see this, the home plate umpire just giving Helmrichs a little extra time, cleans the plate.
Yeah, that's a nice job by the umpire there.
They do a great job there of just giving the catcher a couple of extra minutes, make sure she's all right, and Helmrichs, a senior, she's been through the battles. She's certainly fine. 1-2 pitch, and it's a high pop-up towards the Edco dugout. Third baseman there in Everett goes near the dugout in foul territory, makes the play for out number 2. Talene pops out into foul territory. And that brings up now Emily Edeker, the first baseman. Edeker walked, but now 2 outs here in the 5th inning. And a runner at first base in Idle, who has the lone hit for the Blue Devils so far. And Ecclescedar set to deliver the first pitch. It's a rise ball that stays away high, and the count goes to 1-0. So Edco, right now, the difference in this game in that 3rd inning.
Yep.
Scored 4 runs with 2 hits.
Those two leadoff errors in that inning. Otherwise, this would be a real tight game.
Yeah, that was followed by a walk, which resulted in, again, 2 runs scoring. 1-0 pitch. It's a strike on the inside. It goes to a ball and a strike. One thing that Ecclescedar does so well, and we say this because she's still a sophomore going into her junior year. She's been pitching for a couple of years, but as a young kid, still moves the ball around well. Swinging through the inside pitch there is Edeker, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So number 9 hitter up here for West Central, trying to extend the inning and try to get to the top. And with the 1-2 pitch, Ecclescedar rocks the 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball, that's going to scoot into center field, and that's a base hit. Past the outreach glove of Ecclescedar, and it's able to jump over second base. The second hit of the inning for the Blue Devils. They've got second and first here with 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, and they've done a nice job of putting the bat on it. And finally, a couple of these balls are getting through the infield, couple base hits. Couple more, they can scratch a run or 2 across here.
And Hannah Scott, the top of the lineup. So the bottom of the lineup has twice reached base. The 7 and 9 hitters have been on base twice for West Central to get to the top of the lineup and give them a chance. Hannah Scott walked and hit into a fielder's choice. Do we have a runner brought into this game?
I believe a pinch runner, yep.
And that is over at first base. We'll try to see who that is from West Central. Idle still at second base. And the first pitch we await to Scott. So Scott officially 0 for 1, our home plate umpire. And that's Bob Kaber, who goes over to the Edco dugout to make sure they have the substitution. We'll try to get the look at see if which kid that is for the Blue Devils, as this is their first bench player to appear in this ball game. And with 2 outs, here's the first pitch, and fouling it over the backstop area is Scott. I think West Central's had a very good plate approach in this game.
Yeah, they've done a really nice. I've been impressed. Ecclescedar's a strikeout pitcher, but West Central's put the ball in play. Only 2 hits, but they're putting it in play, and they're battling up there.
0-1 is the count. 0-1 offering to Scott below the knees. The count goes to a ball and a strike. Did you get a number on the West Central
17.
player? Number 17 is who that is. That's the only bad thing about being out here in right field. Number 17 for West Central is not on my roster. So, do you have it on the score sheet? As that ball's fallen out of play.
There's a 13.
Counting 1 and 2.
We have a 13?
Let's go with that. Jocelyn Bueller.
Okay.
Jocelyn Bueller. We're in the right center field alley, as we always are here at Edco, and the West Central numbers, especially that one, a little tough to see from out here. Pitch there and fouled over the backstop once again. The count is 1-2. So it is number 13. I can tell by the front of the jersey there.
Yep, got the ponytail in the way of the number in the back too. That makes it tough.
And the count is 1-2 to the leadoff hitter Scott with 2 on for West Central. Eccles Cedar delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swinging through the rise ball, there is Scott. Strikeout number 6 recorded by Eccles Cedar. And the Blue Devils threaten, but they come up empty. No runs, 2 hits. They strand 2. We've played 4.5. It is 6-0. Edco in the lead.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point. Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi. Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. And LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Now in the bottom of the 5th with a 6-0 Edco lead, it'll be Claire Alvis, McKenna Hofer, Faith Dugan to lead things off here. That will be 4, 5, and 6 in the Edco lineup. A run in the first, 4 in the third, 1 in the 4th inning for Edco. Edco has 6 runs, 6 hits. They've committed 2 errors. West Central, no runs. Their first 2 hits coming in the 5th inning. And they have committed 2 errors. Alvis is 1 for 2, tripled in the first inning to drive in a run, then popped out to short. First pitch takes it outside. The count is 1-0. We talk about Eccles Cedar, and she certainly has been very sharp on the mound, but Faith Steinbron is giving West Central what they were hoping for.
Yeah, she's done a really good job. A couple hard hits off her, but for the most part, she's thrown strikes and done a really nice job.
And a rise ball that stays away outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Winner of this ball game, again, will face Don Bosco on Friday night. A score to pass along. It is North Lynn leading Starmont by a score of 4-0, as there's a called strike on the 2-0 pitch inside, and that's after 4 innings. So the Stars doing just like West Central doing here, battling.
Yeah, and that's all you can ask for a young team, underdog. Like we talked about, great experience. These young teams are only going to get better. And maybe they can pull it off eventually.
Alvis waits and looks at the outside pitch there, and the count goes to 3-1. So Alvis leading things off, bottom of the 5th inning. Vikings in control, 6-0. And they're hoping to host Don Bosco on Friday night. That would be the regional semifinal. And this ball fouled over the backstop area by Alvis will go to a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wouldn't it be great if you're living in this neighborhood, this field, and again at the Colesburg Park, is basically in a neighborhood.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 houses. We got one in left field. There looks like a nice party on the deck there.
I was going to say, they're having a gathering there. I don't know if they were barbecuing earlier. 3-2 pitch. It is low inside. It is ball number 4. That is only the second walk issued by, once again, Steinbron. However, it's the leadoff walk to start things in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, I don't want to put those leadoff runners on. That usually spells trouble.
McKenna Hofer now up to bat. Hofer is 1 for 2. Flew out to center field, then legged out an infield single. First pitch there, Alvis off and running. Here's the throw from Teague. The throw up high. It is caught by the shortstop, Scott, covering the bag, but never got the tag down, and Alvis had it swiped anyway. The Vikings are going to be an aggressive team running, and they have moved another runner into scoring position.
Yeah, they've got some girls that can really run on this team.
Well, they're 85 of 93 stealing-wise, and Alvis is 9 for 10. And the pitch there is away outside. Dugan, actually, who has been the courtesy runner much of the season, leads Edco stolen base-wise this year, as she has 24 steals. That's an 8th grader.
Yeah, Dugan and Hahn are the 2 that really stuck out to me with their speed.
And here's the offering to Hofer. Goes off down to the ground, hits a bouncing ball. Shortstop Scott. Her only play is to first. Good throw across the diamond there. She charged in towards second base, throws it to Edeker. Hofer bounces out to third, but Alvis, with that ball behind her there, able to advance to third on the ground out.
Yeah, slow roller, gets the runner over, but nice play by Scott. She ate that up and made a nice strong throw to first.
Faith Dugan, who we were just talking about, is up to bat. Dugan is 0 for 2, popped out to first, but also bounced out, but that drove in a run. Another RBI chance here. She hits a bouncing ball, and Coach Huber hops out of the way down the third base box. Way in front of that one is Dugan, and the count is now 0-1. So a runner on third for Edco. They really haven't pounded the ball in this game. They do have 6 hits, but they've taken advantage of some opportunities. And with a leadoff walk, there's a runner at third. 0-1 pitch to Steinbron in the dirt, changeup. Teague able to go down, keep it in front, and it's now a ball and a strike.
Yeah, good job by Teague keeping that in front of her, keeping that runner at third.
Tomorrow, high school softball again on KCTN with North Fayette Valley at Dubuque Wahlert. As swinging through the inside pitch there is Dugan. Our On Deck show starts at 4:30. First pitch is at 5 o'clock. That is a 3A tournament opener tomorrow.
Yep.
And it is a Dubuque Wahlert team ranked third in Class 3A. So North Fayette Valley knows they have a challenge tomorrow. Offering, and that ball followed up to the backstop by Dugan. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. And if Edco should hold serve here, that means Friday night we'll be back here.
Yep, I wonder if we'll have another deck party out there in left field Friday night.
Friday
night
nights,
for it.
Better bring the grill.
Yeah.
And there's a 1-2 pitch that is high and inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We've got folks in the patio there past the left field line, and you look over there past the West Central dugout. There's folks in their lawn with blankets and chairs. This ball lined right back to Steinbron. Going down was Dugan to reach for it, lined it back to the pitcher Steinbron right on top of it. Makes the play for out number 2. Alvis looked back at third.
Yeah, good quick reactions by Faith Steinbron there. Good job by the pitcher.
Yeah, that ball got to her quickly. Chloe Everett now up to bat. Everett is 0 for 2, popped out to the catcher, and was a strikeout victim. So Edco still leading 6-0 here in the bottom of the 5th, trying to add on. The offering, it's a called strike on the inside to Everett, and the count is 0-1. Number 7 spot in the Edco lineup, by the way. Alvis been over at third base. After stealing second, advanced to third on the ground out, and still there. Pitch in the dirt, scoots by the catcher Teague, and scoring, standing up without a throw there will be Alvis. The throw comes in as she crosses the plate. It is 7-0. That goes down as a wild pitch, and the Vikings add on another run here in the 5th.
Yep, Steinbron just didn't quite get a release point on that one and got away from Teague behind the plate.
So Chloe Everett took that pitch, obviously for a ball, and it's a ball and a strike, but now nobody on with 2 outs. So Edco has scored in this ball game here. They have scored 4 of their runs, helped out by errors and walks. Here's a high pop-up, second baseman to the edge of the infield. That is Rose, who's kind of mid-steps as she goes from the field area into the grass, but makes the play on the run in shallow right field. Outstanding jump there by Rose, and that robs Everett of a bloop single. But for Edco, a run, they do it without a hit. We've played 5, 7-0, Edco in the lead.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner, supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and by KAR Auto Group. Now, top of the 6th inning, Edco leads 7-0 to lead things off. Faith Steinbron, Brooklyn Rose, and Journey Lockhart. That is 2, 3, and 4 in the Blue Devils lineup. Steinbron 0 for 2, a strikeout victim, and flew out to left field. Count very quickly 0-2, and that ball followed up against the backstop. We'll do it again. Edco leading 7-0. As we mentioned earlier, Don Bosco advanced as they defeated East Buchanan, a team that certainly Edco knows very well, and they defeated them tonight by a final score of 8-7. North Lynn leads Starmont 4-0 in the 5th inning of that ball game. We'll certainly pass along, hopefully, another update. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging through the inside pitch is Steinbron. Strikeout number 7 recorded by Enkelceder, and it's out number 1 here in the 6th. And that brings up Brooklyn Rose, now the second baseman. Rose is 0 for 2. Struck out in the 1st inning, bounced out in the 2nd inning. And again, you have Enkelceder averaging over a strikeout an inning right now. Checking her swing and taking a pitch down low is Rose, and I believe it's a ball. And the count is 1-0. She checked it well enough. West Central trying to get this game, and they came in here, let's get into the game late and hang in there. They're down 7 runs, but now their goal is let's get to the 7th inning.
Yeah, try and just extend it as far as you can go, see what you can do. Again, they've got a young team. This is all really, really good experience for them.
1-0. 2-0 is now the count as Eccleston has missed on a couple of balls. 2-0 pitch, taking a pitch there for a strike is Rose, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. But we've played about an hour. Remember, we started 5 minutes early, so we've played a little bit over an hour, and we're already in the top of the 6th inning. And the count is 2-1. 2-1 offering, pitch in the dirt. Count goes to 3-1 to Rose. Rose, the 3 hitter in the lineup. So West Central trailing 7-0 here against Edco. Edco more runs than they have hits in this game. Eccleston, though, has really limited West Central's opportunities. 3-1 pitch. It is low. It is inside. It is ball number 4. That is the second walk issued by Eccleston, who certainly doesn't walk many, but a 1-out base runner for West Central.
Yeah, they've had base runners all but 1 inning, I believe, in this game.
Journey Lockhart is up to bat, followed by Sidney Tigg. Lockhart is 0 for 2, safe on an error, bounced out to short. And here is the first offering from Eccleston, and that ball followed up against the top of the backstop. The count is 0-1. Been a quiet crowd tonight, I would say. It's just as Edco's just kind of methodically pulled away in this game.
Yeah, nothing, no home runs, nothing super exciting, just kind of a good ball game.
Edco has 6 hits in this game, among them a double and a triple, and that ball slicing against the fence down the right field line. Behind on that is Lockhart, and the count goes to 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Night number 2 of the softball tournament. We started on Monday night as Clayton Ridge and Starmont had a matinee affair in Garnavillo, and Starmont playing one of their best games of the year. A very young team that, if they keep those kids together, should certainly take steps forward in the future. Eccleston offering now to Lockhart. It's a changeup, bouncing ball. Shortstop Everett, actually Alvis, fields it, goes to the second baseman. Stainer covering the bag. They'll get the runner out there at second base on the force out. Lockhart safe on the fielder's choice. Now 2 outs here in the 6th. Heads-up decision by the shortstop Alvis. There's only 1 play to go for that ball.
Yep, good job getting that lead runner. And, again, West Central still putting the bat on it, but Edco now making the plays.
Sidney Teague is up to bat. Teague is 0 for 2, but she's put the ball in play twice. She is safe on a fielder's choice and bounced out to short. Pitch there, that a great job by Helmerich getting out of that stance to go up and get that ball. It was sailing towards the backstop. The count is 1-0. You don't see Eccleston miss like that very often.
No, she's a taller girl back there, helps with that reach too.
Yeah, 1-0 is the count. 1-0 offering, and swinging through the inside pitch there is Teague. And the count goes to a ball and a strike. If West Central comes up empty here and we get to the 7th inning, they will send up the bottom of the lineup in the top of the 7th inning. So they're looking for something with 2 outs here. And here's a bouncing ball. That's into center field. 3rd hit for the Blue Devils. Advancing to second base is Lockhart. Teague with a good cut. 2 on, now 2 out for West Central. Back-to-back innings. They've put runners into scoring position.
Yeah, this is, a little bit like reminiscent of the MFL Marmac baseball game last night. They're getting runners on, just not able to get them across the plate.
And that brings up now Miranda Prickett, the left fielder. Prickett 0 for 2, has struck out twice, and she will be replaced here. We will have a pinch hitter for Prickett, the left fielder. So we'll try to identify who that is for West Central. And here is now Eccleston's first pitch as they bring the infield in, expecting a bunt, and taking the pitch inside is West Central. And going to third with a throw over the head of the third baseman in Everett. It's backed up by Hahn, but scoring from third base will be Lockhart. Lockhart was actually off and running on the first pitch. As they looked to square to bunt, they bluffed. The throw to third sails in air by Edco, and the West Central Blue Devils here are on the board.
Yeah, just great base running there by West Central. Brought the third baseman in with that bunt attempt, and Journey Lockhart saw that, got to third, bad throw, gets home plate.
Teague goes to second, and again, Miranda Prickett is up to bat. Teague's been replaced by the courtesy runner, and that is number 14 in Avery Poles. So 14 is the runner for Teague at second base. But now 2 outs here still in the 6th inning. And I believe we still have Prickett up to bat.
Yes.
And she's the left-handed side now and looks to bunt, fouls that one back. The count was 1-1. It now goes to 1-2. Prickett's been switching left to right.
Yep.
Sometimes it's from one pitch to the next.
Yep. Trying to, again, first time I think all year we've seen that slap hitting technique that you used to see a lot in softball.
That was a staple of any really good team in high school softball. You'll still see that in Fort Dodge.
Sure.
There'll be some teams that will still do that, but yeah, there's not many in our area that do that anymore. And Prickett will head back to the right-hander's batter's box with the count 1-2, no longer really a threat with 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, swings through the rise ball. Strikeout number 8 recorded by Eckelceder, and that does her for West Central in the 6th. But they score a run. They do it on a hit. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Now 7-1, Edco in the lead.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi. Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg. Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Furniture Showcase in Allwine. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. And Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. So we are now in the bottom of the 6th inning. West Central on the board, aggressive on the base paths, putting them with now 7-1 as Edco still in the lead. And that was the problem. West Central knew if we're going to win, it's got to be 1 run or 2 runs that we score and somehow hold Edco down in this game. And they've certainly made this a much more interesting game than I think a lot of people thought.
Yeah, they've done a nice job tonight. You know, that one bad inning, that 3rd inning, they had a couple errors and a walk. But other than that, this is a really good, really well-played game by the Blue Devils.
Lauren Kirby, Campbell Kirby, then the top of the lineup with Rachel Eckelceder to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch is a ball. The count is 1-0. So Edco just trying to score some insurance in the bottom of the 6th inning and then get out of the 7th inning. And the first pitch there is a rise ball that stays away, and the count goes to 2-0. But we mentioned this, Eckelceder has 8 strikeouts through the first 6 innings, so she's averaging more than a strikeout an inning, but you didn't have the 14-15 strikeout game.
Right.
There's a pitch that's a strike on the outside. The count is 2-1. So West Central's put the ball in play, a little better than I think we expected.
Yeah, you had to stay away from that 14-15 strikeout game, like you said, and West Central's done that.
Make some plays, and here's the offering. Bouncing ball, shortstop charges it, gloves it, and Scott throw across the diamond. Able to dig out the low throw is Edeker. Kirby, who had flown out to right field and lined out to center, bounces out to short for out number 1.
Yeah, nice play by Scott, and a good stretch and digging that out of dirt by Edeker at first base. She's done that a couple times.
Campbell Kirby now up to bat. Kirby is 0 for 2. Safe on an error and scored as part of that 4-run 3rd inning, which is huge, and there's a changeup swings right through it. The count is 0-1. So Campbell Kirby, the 9-hitter up to bat. Edco, that 4 runs they scored in the 3rd inning, just the difference in this game. Campbell Kirby takes the pitch upstairs. The count is 1-1. And for Edco, this kind of reminiscent of the game against Starmont last year, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit more distance, but similar.
And the 1-1 pitch, high pop-up, foul territory, giving chase is the first baseman, Edeker. She cannot get to it. She runs out of room past the end of the West Central dugout out of play, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and West Central in the top of the 7th inning will bring up, once again, towards the bottom of their lineup. It'll be 7, 8, 9, in fact, with Idle, Talene, and Edeker. That's who's due up for the Blue Devils in the top of the 7th. Pitch to Kirby. It's inside. Actually hit her on the foot as she tried to dance out of the way. So hit the back foot, and a 1-out base runner there as Kirby hit by the pitch.
Yeah, too bad there for Steinbraun. She was up in the count, and just pitch got away from her.
And that brings up Rachel Eckelceder. Eckelceder is 2 for 2 in this ballgame. 1 for 2, but she's reached base twice. She flew out to right field, safe on an error, and doubled, but it was Hofer, the courtesy runner, who scored both the runs. Eckelceder squares to bunt. She bluffs, moving into second base, and stealing it easily is Kirby. Again, Edco felt like if they got traffic on the base pass, they would be aggressive all night long, and they have been.
Yep, they have been. Good job running the bases there by Kirby.
And Eckelceder took that pitch low. The count is 1-0. 1-0 offering an Echo Cedar bouncing ball. Shortstop Scott in a tough hop. Picks it up, tries to recover. The throw to first. It is not in time. An error charged on the play. That ball was hit hard, and Scott got caught in between hops as she charged in. Pushed it forward, which gave Echo Cedar the chance to beat it out. And there's runners on now the corners for Edco here in the 6th.
Yeah, real tough hop. Scott, sacrificed her body, kept that thing in front of her, didn't let it get in the outfield, but tough hop and wasn't able to make the play.
We mentioned that Hofer will come in. Ava Hofer comes in as the courtesy runner once again for Edco, and I would think she's off and running on the first pitch.
I would guess so.
Caitlin Hahn is up to bat, 1 for 2, lined out to center, walked and scored. It also singled in 2, and she bunts at a pitch above her head and fouls it back, and the count is 0-1. So Hahn looked to square to bunt that time and chased a tough pitch to get to.
Yeah, I have reactions of both the base coaches there. I don't think that's what was supposed to happen.
So Steinbronn gets ahead. Wonder if they'll take a pitch to protect the runner. And she looks to bunt again, pulls it back, and they throw to third base. Actually, the third baseman falls down in Lockhart. It's thrown behind her. It's going to go into left field, a throwing error on the play, and that allows the runner to score from third base in Kirby. An error charged on the throw as Hofer was off and running, but they tried to go to third base. Lockhart was just getting over to the bag, and the ball went to her left side.
So I think, and I could be wrong, we can ask Coach Helmuth after the game, but I think Journey Lockhart fell down on purpose, and the shortstop was supposed to cover third, trying to trick the runner there, but throw just got away.
Meanwhile, the ball put into play by Hahn, and what happened here?
I think it was it
Hahn hit a ground ball, as it turns out, to first base, and she's tagged out.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what happened there.
She's
but
tagged out by Edeker, but because the play happened in front, it looked like they had a chance to score the run from third, but they did not, and that runner holds at third base. So a good play by Edeker, who makes the play and tagged out Hahn for out number 2. So Audrey Helmrich's up to bat, and again, Helmrich's is 2 for 3. Took the first pitch there. That was a strike. Runner on third base with an 8-1 Edco lead. Change up, pops it up. Second baseman going to backpedal at the edge of the infield, trying to squeeze it in his Rose, but the ball pops out. An error charged on the play, and that will allow the run to score from third. It's now 9-1 Edco in the lead as Helmrich safe on the air.
Yeah, just wasn't Rose not quite able to squeeze that. Had it in her glove for a second, but just popped out.
No RBI charged on that play. Claire Alvis now up to bat. Alvis is 1 for 2 with a triple and an RBI. Popped out to short and walked and scored. 2 outs. Helmrich replaced by the runner in Smeltzer, who has scored twice in this game as the courtesy runner. And that ball lined down the right field line, slicing again, but this one will make it out of play. That's the hit that Alvis had in the first inning, was a slice down the right field line that went into the corner in fair territory, which resulted in the first Edco run. So 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Edco looking to add on. West Central trying to hold serve here without any more damage. Called strike on the outside. The count is 0-2. So the Edco has scored in 5 of the 6 innings they've been up. A run in the first, 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and they have scored 1 more here in the 6th. Here's a bouncing ball. Second baseman dives for it, stops it there in Rose, tries to flip it at second base, but actually could not get it out of the glove. Great job by Rose to keep the ball in the infield. Smeltzer stays at second base because of that, and Alvis has her second hit of the ball game.
Yeah, slow roller up the middle. Rose not able to get an out, but good job diving and keeping that thing in the infield, not allowing the runner to get to third.
Brings up McKenna Hofer. Edco, by the way, has the 10-run limit rule at first base. Hofer takes the pitch outside. The count is 1-0. And West Central feels like that again. That's what they want to avoid here, and I think that's a W.
Yeah, they want to get the full 7 here.
So try to get the third out of the inning with 2 on and 2 out. Hofer bouncing ball. Second baseman Rose, slow roller, charges it. The throw to first. It is in time. We'll play 7. But for Edco, 2 runs in the inning. They do it with 1 hit, helped out by a couple of errors. We now go to the 7th. It is 9-1. Edco in the lead after scoring 2 here in the 6th.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Blooms Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And by the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Top of the 7th inning, West Central trails by a score of 9-1. And the Blue Devils will send up Idle along with Talene and Edeker. First pitch is a high pop-up towards the right field line, and it goes off the glove of Dugan, and she's right on top of the line. It'll go as an error as Dugan did a great job to get over there, just couldn't squeeze it in. And the leadoff runner on here, Idle's reached base 3 times in this game for West Central.
Yeah, Lily Idle's done a great job at the plate, hitting the ball well.
So Macy Talene now up to bat. Talene, a strikeout victim in the third, popped out to third base, so she's 0 for 2. This is the bottom of the lineup for West Central, and she swings right through the first pitch there. The count is 0-1. So that is for West Central. They had their first 2 hits in the 5th inning, but this is the 3rd inning in a row they've had traffic on the base paths. As a matter of fact, they've only been retired in order once in this game.
Yeah.
This ball fouled over to the backstop, and the count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, they've had runners on. It's just been getting them home has been the issue.
Yeah, they had an opportunity in the 5th inning and then finally did score a run in the 6th inning. That was their lone runner to reach third base in this game. 0-2 pitch, and it's inside and below the knees, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Eccles Cedar allowing those 2 hits, 1 run so far in this game, and Edco has committed now 4 errors in this game.
Yeah, not their sharpest defensive game.
Pitch that is inside and low once again to Talene, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So West Central scoring their lone run that came in the 6th inning, and they have stranded only 3 on the base paths. Had 2 runners thrown out trying to steal. Here's a bouncing ball. Third baseman charges it in foul territory, and Everett, who picks it up, does not give it a chance to roll fair, and it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Don Bosco and Edco played this season in a tournament, and Edco 3 outs away from seeing Don Bosco here in Colesburg on Friday night. And Eccles Cedar, the 2-2 offering, and Talene takes a called strike on the outside. Strikeout number 9 recorded by Eccles Cedar, and it's out number 1 here in the 7th. And that brings up Emily Edeker, the first baseman. Edeker is 1 for 1, walked in the 3rd and singled. The 7 and 9 hitters have reached base all 5 times they've been up in this game for West Central.
Yeah, those 2 girls have done a great job.
Edeker with a runner at first base. First pitch takes it inside. It's a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So Edco pushed to 7 innings in this ball game, but again, in control. That's the important part here. Even without maybe their A game tonight. Pitch inside, just misses, Eccles Cedar does. Took something off that one, and the count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, it's not the sharpest we've seen them, but enough to control the game and 2 outs away from moving on.
And remember, they did scrimmage Maquoketa Valley this week, but otherwise they've been off. Here's a snap throw to first base from Heldricks, and diving back safe is Kirby. The pitch was a ball called to the outside to Edeker, and a nice snap throw by Helmricks, but heads up base running by Idle to get back in there.
Yeah, nice tag too, kind of a behind the back tag.
And here is the offering with 2-2. Swinging through the inside pitch is Edeker. And Edeker actually now the count is 2-2. Yep. Scoreboard wrong again.
Yep, 2-2 now.
So evened up to the number 9 hitter for West Central with Idle there at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 pitch. Just missing inside is Eccles Cedar. And Eccles Cedar, you could see the shoulders kind of shrugging as she thought she had a strikeout there.
She wanted that one, yep.
She has struck out 9. West Central was hoping to keep that single digits if they could. 3-2 pitch. It is a high pop-up. First baseman, that is Kirby, goes into foul territory, calls for it about a quarter of the way up the line, makes the play in foul territory. Edeker pops out to first base for out number 2, and the Blue Devils down to their final out here with Hannah Scott, the shortstop, the leadoff hitter, up to bat. And still at first base is Idle. And they will take time here as Idle trying to dig into the box. West Central scored their lone run in the 6th. And here is the first offering, and that ball popped up. Eccles Cedar cannot get to it. The second baseman charges in on Stainer. She'll get it on the hop. The throw to first. It is not in time, and able to hustle it out is Scott. Great job by Stainer to get to the ball, but it was such a soft pop-up. Once it got by the mound, there was a chance for Scott to beat it out. And that's the third hit for West Central.
Yeah, good speed by Scott. Just kind of a no man's land play there for Stainer. She did what she could, but not able to get the out.
Faith Steinbron up to bat. She is 0 for 3, follows the first pitch over the backstop. The count is 0-1. So this is the third inning in a row that West Central's put 2 runners on.
Yeah, they've had the base runners.
But in most cases, it's been 2 outs.
Right, yeah.
And they've trying to get a big 2-out hit here. And Steinbron, who's done a very good job pitching-wise in this game, she's done everything they've asked her to pitching-wise, takes a ball inside, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. So 1-1 is the count. Eckelceder like to get the out right here. 1-1 pitch, bouncing ball. Third baseman can't get to it. Alvis does the shortstop to her right. Strong throw across the diamond. And Steinbron retired there for the third out of the inning. And there's your ball game. For Edco, they took advantage of some errors and some walks in the third inning to grab control. And Edco moves into round number 2. They defeat West Central tonight by a final score of 9-1. With the win, Edco improves to 27-10. West Central, a good effort tonight. They close the season with a record of 9-15. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews, your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school softball from KCTN Sports.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Walk-On, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Top Gun Customs knows you can fill the deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people, bottom line, is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Welcome back to Colesburg. Edco victorious 9-1. They advance into round number 2. We're joined by West Central softball coach Brenda Helmuth. Coach, first off here, great effort by your kids in this ball game. I mean, you take away a bad inning, and this game's different.
Absolutely. Our breakdown right here, we told the girls, like we've been doing all year long, is we battled. I don't think they expected us to show up and battle that hard. I'm very proud of our girls for what they did here, and earlier this season, Edco just walked all over us, and, we came back and we put stuff together, and we had hits, and we were fielding the ball, and I couldn't be prouder of these girls.
And obviously, let's start on the mound, because Faith Steinbron gave you the type of effort you needed tonight.
Absolutely. She's been a solid constant for us on the mound. She's been hitting spots for us. She's been a great pitcher. Not only is she a great pitcher, she's a great defensive player for us. She can field that ball. It feels like she has a magnet in her glove.
Yeah, she made a nice play on a line drive back to the mound in this game.
Absolutely.
The big thing is, it looks like you guys battled at the plate tonight, and you had some opportunities to score in this game.
Absolutely. We've worked very hard with the girls being disciplined up at the plate, and it's paying off. It really has paid off for us. Against Turkey Valley, we did very well. We had some nice hits here. Girls hit right back to girls, and that's part of the game. I'm okay with that. I tell the girls all the time that we're happy when we have a bat on ball.
Well, and that's the thing. The strikeouts only single digits tonight, and that was part of the game plan to give you guys an opportunity.
Yeah.
And obviously, it was the bottom of the lineup tonight, as Idle and Edekert each reached base a couple of times.
Yeah. And it has been that way all year for us. It is either the top of our lineup that is doing it, or it's our bottom of our lineup. And I feel like we have been responding to how we've been shuffling our girls around in the lineup very well with moving them around. And the bottom of the lineup, if our top's not going, they pick us up, which is amazing.
The other thing is, you have one senior, correct?
Yeah.
Tell me about her.
Emily Edeker. She plays our first base. She's played first base for us the last few years. She's going to be immensely missed. Great leadership, great morale booster for our team. She has had a wonderful stick the last few years. She really has been coachable, as well as leads the girls and picks them up when they're down and shows them right way to do fundamentals, which you can't ask that out of every player, and she has done such a nice job with that.
I think you feel like this team has a bright future.
I do. I can't wait for next season. I can't wait to start January 1. I know other coaches probably might not like that, but I can't wait for January 1, where we can come back together and start working hard.
All right, good step forward this year. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
West Central coach Brenda Helmuth talking things over there about her West Central team victorious. A quick break. We'll be joined by Edco coach Taylor Huber when we continue after this.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Final score, Edco victorious tonight, winning by a final score of 9-1 over West Central. We're joined by Edco coach Taylor Huber. Coach, maybe not the A game tonight, but certainly a good opening win for you guys.
Yeah, I told the girls in the huddle after the game that I've played a lot of softball and a lot of postseason softball in high school and college, but this is the toughest game, because we have all the pressure. We're expected to win that. We were definitely nervous early, so I think getting this one under our belt, at this point, whatever it takes to win is what it takes to win, and you flush it and move on to the next one.
Yeah,
so.
no such thing as a bad tournament win.
Nope.
Let's start on the mound. Rachel Eckelceder allows 3 hits, a run, and struck out 9 in this game for you.
Yeah, she threw well. I mean, same thing. At this point, everybody's getting better, and I've had this conversation with our pitchers. Sometimes they get a little frustrated when they're not striking out, as many as they have earlier in the year, but everybody's getting better. So I thought she created a lot of weak contact. We had a lot of infield fly balls, little lazy ground balls, so she did a great job leading us in the circle.
Obviously, your offense built around the 3rd and 4th hitters. Top of the lineup's pretty good for you. Audrey Helmerich had 2 hits, drove in 2. Claire Alvis had 2 hits, including a triple and an RBI.
Yep.
They led you offensively.
Yeah, and Audrey had one that would have been out anywhere but here.
Yeah, correct.
In left field that left fielder made a really good play on. So those 2 did a good job. I mean, anytime that they're up there and there's runners on base, I'm pretty confident that they're gonna hit them in and do what they need to do to get us a run.
And obviously the top of your lineup tonight, Rachel Eckelceder reached base 3 times, and Ava Hofer scores 3 of those runs.
Yep.
Caitlin Hahn also reached base twice.
Yeah. Again, if those 2 can get on, our next 2, pretty likely that they're going to hit them in. It hurt us a little bit not having Faith able to run for Rachel, but Ava did a great job. Ava's she's really stepped up, doing a good job base running. She's a good heady base runner. So.
And I know the bottom of the lineup certainly has been good for you guys, solid up and down the lineup. Kind of an off night tonight, though. Campbell Kirby from the 9th spot scores 2 runs.
Yeah, that's really fun to see. She's a senior that doesn't always get all the glory in that 9th spot, and does a great job in center field. So I'm happy to see her get on base. And that's what I tell her. If you can get on base and turn over the lineup, any way you can get on base. If it's hitting a ground ball and running it out, or getting a walk, or getting hit by pitch, any way she can get on is a win for us, because she's also very good on the bases.
All right, you host Don Bosco now coming up on Friday night. They were victorious tonight over East Buchanan 8-7. You've seen them this year, correct?
Yeah, we beat them, I think it was 6-0 here. It was on our youth night, so it's kind of a crazy night. We did score, I want to say we scored 3 or 4 runs in 1 inning with 2 outs.
Uh-huh.
So, that kind of got us a momentum and kind of got us the lead. So I've been telling the girls, we can't just because we beat them, they didn't play their best game, I didn't think. So that should be a good competitive game. Their pitcher was somebody that we could handle. She's good, but we did a pretty good job against her last time. So.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck to you. North Lynn beat Starmont tonight, by the way, 5-0, the final score there. So Starmont, they pushed North Lynn. West Central certainly gave you guys a challenge tonight. It's tournament time, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, we'll talk to you Friday night. Good luck. Edco softball coach Taylor Huber talking things over there about our Viking team victorious 9-1. We'll take a break. When we return, our game stats. We'll run through the post-game totals and wrap things up after this. Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Alameda Clayton REC provides more than just energy. They also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Nearly 2 in 5 U.S. homeowners will put themselves and others at risk this year by digging without calling 811 beforehand. Always contact 811 before digging to avoid service disruptions caused by damaged buried utilities. At Alameda Clayton REC, they care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connection. Alameda Clayton REC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back once again to Colesburg. Edco victorious by a final score of 9-1. And as we mentioned, North Lynn beat Starmont, a game Starmont team by a final score of 5-0. Don Bosco victorious tonight over East Buchanan 8-7. So as we mentioned, it will be Don Bosco and Edco now playing on Friday night in the regional semifinal. For Edco, 9 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors. West Central, 1 run, 3 hits, and 4 errors. Winning pitcher, Rachel Eckelceder, 7 innings, 3 hits, a run, walked 3, and struck out 9. To the individual totals for the Vikings, Eckelceder as a leadoff hitter, 1 for 4 with a double, but reached base 3 times. Ava Hofer scored 3 runs. That's the courtesy runner. Caitlin Hahn was 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Audrey Helmerich was 2 for 4, drove in 2 runs. Claire Alvis 2 for 4 with a triple, a run scored, and an RBI. McKenna Hofer was 1 for 4. Faith Dugan 0 for 3, but with an RBI. Chloe Everett and Lauren Kirby were each 0 for 3, and Campbell Kirby was actually 0 for 2, but reached base twice and scored 2 runs. Again, for Edco, 9 runs, 8 hits, and 4 errors. For West Central, as we mentioned, 1 run, 3 hits, and 4 errors. Faith Steinbron, certainly a game effort on the mound. 6 innings, 8 hits, 9 runs, walked 2, struck out 1. Some errors played into that ball game.
Yeah, those errors were big that West Central committed, especially was at the third or fourth inning, whatever that was. Those first 2 batters reached on errors, should have been outs, and were able to get 4 runs that inning.
Individually for West Central, Hannah Scott 1 for 3, Faith Steinbron 0 for 4, Brooklyn Rose was 0 for 2. Journey Lockhart was 0 for 2, scored a run. Sydney Teague was 1 for 3, Miranda Prickett 0 for 3, Lily Idle was 1 for 3, Macy Talene 0 for 3, and Emily Edeker, their lone senior, was 1 for 2 in this ball game. West Central closes the year 9-15, but I would say, even though they lose tonight, it's something to build on. Only 1 senior and a team that looks to be moving in the right direction.
Yeah, basically same 2 teams played last year. I know there are a few girls that are missing from each team, but big improvement. Last year I think they got 10 runs in 5, and this year they lose by less than 10 in all 7. So they're on the right track. They're on the right trajectory. Like Coach Hummel said, they just need to keep working, keep improving, and I think they'll be a better team next year.
For Edco, nothing bad with a tournament win, winning 9-1. They know there'll be cleaner days ahead for them, especially defensively in the ball game. But it's good to get this game out of the way, the opening night tournament win.
Yeah, like you and Coach Huber talked about, any tournament win is a good win. It wasn't their A game, wasn't their best game, but they got the win. They move forward, and that's the goal. And once you get into tournaments,
so Edco and Don Bosco now play on Friday night in a rematch of a regular season game, as Coach Huber mentioned, won by Edco by a score of 6-0. We'll be here in Colesburg for that ball game coming up on Friday night. Our next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon. We're in Dubuque at Wahlert. The 3rd-ranked Wahlert Golden Eagles take on North Fayette Valley. The On Deck Show at 4:30. The matinee affair starts at 5 o'clock here on KCTN FM 100. And we'll head back to Colesburg here on Friday night with Edco and Don Bosco. See you tomorrow, Coach.
Sounds good.
For Coach Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Ty Keenan for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click in the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through